Welcome to our final visit at 530 South Court as we finally finish our project for this old Medina house. It's been about a 20-month process from start to finish on the reconstruction and the rehabilitation of this house on South Court. And we're very proud of the project that we've been able to achieve here. Let's walk through and take a look back at some of the work that we've done over the past year and a half and see how we've brought this old house back to life. Won't you join me? And when we started this project back in 2013, one of the main things that we really wanted to do was put a front porch back on this house. If you remember at one of our initial episodes, there was a little kind of cubbyhole entry built on the front of the house, but then there were big shrubs across the front, and you really couldn't hardly see this old house from the street. Over time, we worked with the plans on the house and some of the design elements that we saw to reconstruct what we thought is pretty close to the original design of what would have been on this house. One of the things that makes the porch feel correct time-wise, period-wise, is having this open rafter roof. A lot of times, porches in Victorian homes were left open to give that sense of space and volume. One of the really important things that we did to make it look visually correct is use large-size columns. It's interesting when you drive past a lot of new homes, there are little spindle columns or almost toothpick-looking things holding up the porch roof. Having the right size column gives the porch the sense of weight and the structure that it needs to make it feel correct for the house. Wow, what a difference. Most of the work that was done to this old house was done on the exterior of the home, and also the majority of the work was stuff that you really can't see today. It was really important for us to update the mechanicals and put in a new HVAC system, update the electric, all new plumbing, added a bathroom, renovated the kitchen. But I think working with the designers of Interior Design Studio, they really captured the essence of this old house and the space and really capitalized on the details that we have, such as the original casework and molding that are still left in the house. One of the things that we did here in the entry hall and the dining room, we saved the original floors. Now they were pine and they had been painted many, many times. So unfortunately, we couldn't sand them down to a point that they would look good to be refinished as wood. Instead, we sanded the floors down and then used an exterior porch floor paint to put that on the floor. So it still has that essence of the old house and maintains the character of it, but it's functional for today. In the front room, there was some damage to the floor from something we really don't know what happened to it, but the wood in the middle was rather scuffed up and it just wouldn't sand down nicely. Instead, we carpeted this room, so it has more of a bedroom feeling to it. In fact, it could be used as the master bedroom or it could be used as a front parlor or a living room. But again, I think now that the house is done, you get a sense of the space and the beautiful details in the woodwork around the window and that great bay window with a view out to the street. We had a community preview for the house after construction was done, and it was really, really heartwarming to see people come together to support the project. We had neighbors from up and down Court Street, the Medina Community Design Committee, city officials, and we had one young woman that grew up in this house. The reactions were really wonderful and positive, and I think everyone was very pleased with the final outcome of the project. There was a time when a lot of people said, Matt, that house should just be torn down. It's really nothing. But I think you can see from the faces at the opening party and the reactions that we've had that this really is something in this community, and we're very proud to have had a part of saving it and bringing it back to life.
What better way to help with private ownership than to have something like this happen with a nonprofit, with many community donations, and the signs are lined up here. But what that takes is the profit margin out of it, so the home can be resold, have private ownership, and reestablish the neighborhood as the way it once was.
I gotta say it's a little weird being on this side of the ribbon. We do these ribbon cuttings every month to celebrate the growth in the city, and it's kind of just weird being the celebrant. But there's a few people here I want to recognize. First of all, the community for supporting this project. This was kind of a one-off from Main Street Medina. We're focused on the revitalization of the historic district and the commercial district. But we had the opportunity to do work in the neighborhoods and to bring back an old house and make it functional again. And the tagline that we used for ReNew Medina was giving old houses new stories. And I think we've definitely achieved that, and I'm very, very proud of all the community partnerships and the hands that have touched this project.